Welcome to With the First Pick, where we're going team by team to build a perfect 7-round mock draft. Who's on the clock today? We're breaking down the Indianapolis Colts, their biggest needs, best fits, and sleeper picks that can make their draft. And by the time we're done, you have a complete blueprint for how they can dominate draft weekend. It's time to get on the clock. Let's build the old perfect draft. That's Josh Edwards. I'm Ryan Wilson. Producer Claire's with us. First up, Josh. What do you want to do here at pick 14?
Tight end is a position that I have gone here pretty regularly. They addressed a couple of needs in the secondary in free agency, so you still got Colston Loveland there. I mean, you give Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson another target.
Yeah, this don't overthink it. I mean, he's built like Michael Pittman Jr., and he probably runs better than he does. Yes, Colston Loveland, tight end, Michigan, AR5. There you go. Hopefully, we're not having that conversation with Daniel Jones, but either way. All right, next up. What are you thinking here?
At some point, we have to look at the interior offensive line. They did lose Will Fries as well as Ryan Kelly, so we're going to have to build out some depth there.
All right, let's take a look at the old guard situation. Tate Ratledge. That, to me, does not feel too rich at pick 45. I think he's a fantastic football player. Haven't talked a lot about him during the pre-draft process, but that's not his fault. Any other names stick out at you?
Not among that list, but we can stick with your intuition and go with.
You want to look at tackle real quick? Let's look at tackle real quick too, Claire, just to see if there are any young men that we could
convert,
move inside, because that's what Pete Prisco.
Oh, Donovan Jackson.
Oh, Donovan Jackson.
I mean, that's
all right. So let's take Donovan Jackson.
Yeah.
No, that's not Grace Abel. Excuse me. Ozzie Trapillo was still there too. Yeah, Donovan Jackson. That's a home run. So played left tackle for much of the season because Josh Simmons was hurt at Ohio State, but he's a left guard by trade, and he does give you that tackle guard versatility if that's something you need. All right, next up, pick 80. Let's see here. Let's look at you want to look at safety and corner?
Yeah, that's fine. Joshua Farmer at this stage feels like good value as well.
I mean, right. They signed Jabari Ford and Cam Bynum, so we're not necessarily dying to fill needs there. So yeah, let's go to defensive tackle, Claire. That's on me. I got ahead of myself looking at my wrong.
I still think they could go in that direction, but Farmer just seems like good value at this stage.
Yeah. No, he's a great football player. Tested well, really good tape, had a good Senior Bowl. Let's do Josh Farmer out of Florida State here. With pick 80.
If there's one team that puts a lot of value on testing, it's the Colts.
Yep. So we have our tight end. We have our this is a good class. Got our offensive lineman. Got our defensive lineman. They have Leatu Latu they drafted last year. They have Kwity Paye. So I look through their defensive side. All right. Shamari Caldwell, the Oregon defensive lineman's at the top of the board. I mentioned that because that's one of Pete Prisco's favorite players. I'm laughing because Gunnar Helm's there as well, who I like a lot. I don't think we quite yet need to double dip on the tight end position. All right, what do you think here, Josh?
Who are the safeties available real quick, Claire?
So Jonas Sanker out of UVA, Billy Bowman, Upton Stout, Caleb Ransaw, played more outside, I believe, at Tulane. Elijah Clark. So it's R.J. Mickens is a good player, but maybe we can get him a little later.
Yeah.
As we're here.
Yeah, there's some options we could wait around a little bit later. So the name that jumped out to me, and I don't know how you feel about him, is Jalen Rivers from Miami. Played left tackle. I think he probably slides inside at the next level. But if you want to throw another body into that room, I would be more than comfortable at this range.
All right, let's do it. Yeah. Trying to recall, I think he had a tough-ish Senior Bowl, but sometimes we overthink those things. Tanner Bortolini did not have a great Senior Bowl. He's a really good football player, and you got to be careful not to overthink these things sometimes. All right, next up, pick 151. What are we doing, Josh?
We can go back and look at those safeties.
Yeah,
safeties, cornerbacks. Caleb Ransaw, Upton Stout. I like both of those guys in varied roles.
Denzel Burke is still there.
Yeah.
Should we take a flyer on Denzel Burke, who had a fantastic 2023, up and down 2022 and 2024? There's some.
Yeah, and he's got a tremendous pedigree. I mean, Ohio State recruited him to play cornerback. That's been one of the most talent-rich programs in terms of putting those types of players into the NFL. So that's a gamble I would be willing to take. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's take Denzel Burke, and then we'll see who else is available at that position with the 2 picks we have left. I think
he's got some familiarity playing in Indianapolis too. I mean, that's where the Big Ten championship is, so he should feel right at home.
Yeah, Juju Brents is on that roster. He's from Indianapolis. He's struggled to stay healthy at times, but oh my gosh! So I'll throw this out there. They signed Daniel Jones, but Tyler Shuck is available. Do you want to draft Tyler Shuck to push Anthony Richardson? He's basically Daniel Jones 2.0 with a little better arm, or is that just overthinking it? Emory Jones is still there. I don't know if that's going to be reality. The LSU right tackle who probably kicks inside the guard at some point. But
yeah, we've taken 2 inside guys as well. The only thing with Shuck is you've already got 2 guys that you're having to split up the reps. He's like 30 years old already. How are you?
He was a senior in high school when Anthony Richardson was in 8th grade, essentially.
So how are you going to divvy up the reps? I think would be my concern there. But
fair enough. Wisdom prevails. Let's go in another direction. Thank you for talking me out of that foolishness. All right. What do you want to do here?
What are the interior defender options again? The defense tackles. You also could use a running back, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, running back to go behind Jonathan Taylor. So
you have Khalil Herbert, who you signed, and then after that it's Tyler Goodson and Savion Ahmed. So
Jordan James. I mean,
yeah, let's take Jordan James out of Oregon. Really good football player. I don't think he's as good as Bucky Irving coming out last year, but that's okay. This is the range we're taking him in, so that perfectly aligns. But he's a really good football player. And then I believe this is our last pick. RJ Mickens is staring us in the face there. Did we get the defensive back help? So we got Denzel Burke at corner, so RJ could play safety if you wanted to go in that direction. You want to do that? All right,
let's
RJ
do it.
Mickens, whose dad was the great Ray Mickens. RJ played at Clemson, had a chance to talk with him at the Shrine Bowl, and he's a solid young man. He's very serious about football, so he's going to bring it each and every day. To recap, Colston Loveland, layup. Donovan Jackson, layup. Josh Farmer feels like a layup. Hopefully, Colts fans will agree. Then Jalen Rivers out of the U gives you some offensive line help. He plays tackle, but perhaps he moves inside if you need him to. Denzel Burke hopefully bounces back from a subpar 2024. Had a really good 2023, the cornerback out of Ohio State. Jordan James, the Oregon running back. And then finally, to wrap things up, RJ Mickens, the son of Ray Mickens, safety out of Clemson, to finish things off for the old Colts. That's a wrap for the Colts Perfect Draft class. Make sure to subscribe to NFL on CBS on YouTube and download the With the First Pick podcast wherever you get your podcasts, and stay tuned for more perfect mock drafts because we're hitting all 32 teams.